Hi, everyone, and welcome to the tour guide training offered here with the UNESCO participation program. In this particular part, I'm going to just overview the training as a whole to give everyone a sense of where we will be headed in the training. So here's the outline, and again, this is part one, an overview of the training. I am going to go over the purposes of the training, give you a general overview, the requirements for completion, and then I'll actually start with some acknowledgements as well. So of course I couldn't have done any of this work without the folks in FSM, NAC, and Kosrae. Thank you for those folks, and I have a specific acknowledgement slide with some folks that helped me with this presentation overall and with the tour book. So the purpose of the training, the guide training program allows for the training of a core group of guides to be established in the state of Kosrae through KIRMA, and the curriculum effectively is designed to train certified guides to lead tourists from international destinations into the MCA. Of course, this can also be for locals going up into the MCA as well. So according to a 2017 KIRMA report on the MCA, Kosrae offers a wonder to the world in that there is much natural and historic resources left to discover in a unique and pristine island interior, providing a safe, mysterious adventure for any visitor in an eco-friendly and sustainable manner. The establishment of the MCA, the Mahkontowe Conservation Area, represents a step towards conservation of natural resources that will allow for a continuous, healthy supply of freshwater fish for the future generations, current and future generations, and cultural sustainability. We'll get a little bit more into this in the next part of the training. So the training will help to ensure the long-term sustainability and viability of tourist utilization of MCA and assist KIRMA and other agencies and Kosrae State Government, as well as tour operators in general, with the appropriate management of MCA. Successfully completing this training will help to provide tourists with high quality experiences, blending together positive cultural and ecological experiences, and build goodwill for future visits to the state of Kosrae and the Mahkontowe Conservation Area. So this is big perspective, where we're going, and this is how we're going to get there. So there are 5 content areas and then a review section at the end as well, making 7 total presentations, including this one. In the first presentation, we'll look at culture, history, and geography. And we'll also look at some of the maps that have been made through KIRMA, HPO, and other folks as well. We'll, in part 2, look at the Kosraean environment and ecology. Content area 3 looks at best practices in conservation area management. And really, this is a bigger discussion of conservation management overall. And a brief section on trail maintenance and repair. As tour guides, you might see particular conditions on the trail, and you might be able to mitigate or remediate some of those for your guests immediately, or point out the areas of major concern so guests don't get themselves in any type of trouble. But in terms of larger maintenance, that would require a crew likely with power tools as well. Content area 4, if we look at best practices in tourism, so looking at customer service, guest interaction, and visitor satisfaction. Content area 5, looking at safety, so policies and procedures as well as equipment to consider. Then the final section just brings everything together. And these content areas are the same content areas that you have in the tour guide training manual, which is also with this particular course. So there's the video presentation as well as the manual. So you can read and look at some other resources and some overlap between what the presentation is sharing and what is being shared in the manual as well. And of course, talk to other folks that have been on the ground, that have had lots of experience on Kosrae and an MCA, and think about interactions with tourists and learning more about the MCA overall. So the requirements for completion of the tour guide training is that you will have read through the tour guide training manual. You will view all the presentation materials, and you will demonstrate an understanding of the content. And that, of course, that will look differently depending on when and how the class is offered in terms of asynchronous versus synchronous delivery, in terms of utilization in different settings. So essentially, whoever is running the class would decide on how you would be assessed in terms of your overall understanding. And again, acknowledgements, very important here. The funding from the UNESCO participation program, the administrator forestry permitting and historic use of Kirma, the photography credits throughout, and then assistance with content, Ashley, Standen, and Blair. So thank you to all of those folks that helped me, and also many of the folks at Kirma and HPO that have been there over the last few years, or maybe have moved on to new roles in Kosrae state government or private sector. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going through each one of these sections with you and going through the training. Thank you.